I would characterize my relationship with God at that point in my life as being non-existent.
I never really read the Bible. I went to church, and that was it.
It seemed like a lot of rules, and honestly, it just seemed like a lot of fear.
It was just a waste of my time. I really wasn't getting anything out of it.
January of 2009, my dad passed away, which definitely, shook our world. I spent 5 years of my 20s literally drinking myself into oblivion, carrying a pain and a weight that is almost unexplainable.
Like any divorce that was very traumatic, it really jolts your system in terms of like what's important in life.
In the summer of 2014, my mom passed away, and I grieved heavily. Nobody could understand what I was going through.
There might be a God. I've grown up believing there is, but if he exists, he does not care about me or my family.
All these ups and downs in my life, and it's like, wow, if there's a God, why would all these things be happening? I was very angry with God. I felt let down.
Parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting,
and caroling out in the snow.
The first time I came to Kensington was about 93 or 94. It was at one of the high schools in Troy. I went with my mom, and she took me to a Christmas service. It was a Broadway performance, and it sparked an interest in me.
All right, good morning, Kensington. How we doing? Okay, I'm saying good morning. You yell back, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Awesome.
First time to Troy was, to be honest with you, just a little overwhelming. It was like, wow, this is something else.
For me, for me. It's the dawn of a new day. You've painted for me.
It didn't feel like church to me. It was amazing.
What does God want to do through you? Don't miss it. The life that could have been, live it.
The message really touched me, and I mean, I've never felt those emotions before in a church or anywhere.
It was a visual of what love's supposed to be like extremely nice, like better than Kroger's nice, like.
Anytime these two groups met one another, things would escalate quickly.
The first time we came was a K-Rock presentation, and we were kind of blown away. And we happened to have all our children that weekend, because we are a blended family. To see them intrigued and interested, which we hadn't been seeing for quite some time, was very nice to see.
Make ourselves nothing, become children, give ourselves away.
We were being taught about the Word of God as opposed to being preached to. If I'm being taught, I can actually take that and apply it to my life on a day-to-day basis. If I'm going to be here on Sundays and be at service, I want to be volunteering. I want to be a part of, I want to feel a part of the community. I want to get to know people in relationship.
Ultimately, it's the community that God has been building around us that's changed my life the most through Kensington. That small group was earth-shattering on every level.
I was asked to lead 4th and 5th grade kids, boys. It's like, okay, you really know I don't know the Bible or anything. And she's like, I don't care. So I started doing that, and that's where I really feel like I cheated, because here I learned the Bible at a kid's level. Seeing their trust and seeing their obedience was just like, wow, this is crazy.
My son called and said, hey, Mom, guess what? We're running a marathon. And it's like, yeah, right. I'm sitting on the couch eating Doritos. I'm not running anywhere. And he said, no, they're doing this Hope Water project, and, And, I think you can run the marathon. So I settled at the half marathon. The community there, just being around other people that wanted to give back and raise money for the POCOT, that was just a huge step for me.
If I looked at my life and wanted to say, was there anything missing from it, I would have said no. But I didn't know about God. Not really. I didn't know about Him wanting to be in relationship with me. I don't ever remember hearing that my whole life. And I heard it there for the first time.
I had lost so much faith in God. It's like God was being shoved down my throat, where I was just like, my body and my spirit was just rejecting it. And I became dead to it. And when I came here and started being consistent in the Word and listening and containing and actually consuming and being fed spiritually, it was watching a heart stop, completely just stop. And then the Word from here started to move a little bit, and then started moving more and pumping and pumping and pumping. And now it's just like, let's go, we gotta keep going. And it was like something I've never felt before.
It's almost like something in my mind just opens up and say, this is the purpose of life. If you have God in your heart, you will understand why you are here.
There truly is a God, and Jesus died for me. That was an incredible revelation.
I remember sitting in the corner by the coffee shop at Orion, praying with my small group leader, Jared Lee, and that's when I actually gave my life to Christ. And it just so happened that there were baptisms coming up, so I took the plunge and told my story on stage.
I just love the way I feel. I love the way I look at life now. It's just awesome, and I know it's all because of God.
I know forgiveness now because I have it. I never thought I would have it until I had that moment with Jesus.
Our whole life looks different. Every part of it is different.
I could have done so much more if I had Him in my life earlier, but it's never too late. Having Him in my life now, He is the bedrock of my life.
It's not been easy, but there's a peace and a joy and a hope that comes from living a life for Christ and actually having a relationship with Him that doesn't come from anywhere else. Looking back at how miserable I was, and the depression and the fear and anxiety and the hopelessness of my past, and the dramatic difference that there is today when I actually know Jesus. I'm actually pursuing a relationship with Him and living my life for Him on this mission. I just can't imagine going a day without Him. I would never want to live the way I was before Christ.